Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue with the tarot reading for the Capricorn season, for the Capricorn idols, and today is going to be the turn of the boys, Juyeon. So yes, he is my birthday twin. We both have our birthdays the next Sunday, January the 15th. So yes, to celebrate this, I'm going to pull cards for him. He got the Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the seven of, I'm sorry, not the seven, the Eight of Swords. Sorry. And then from the Oracle of the Energies, he got the card of Storytelling. So, I think that definitely this year is going to be very fulfilling when it comes to work and associations for Jujeon. Actually, I believe that 2022 also was a great year for him. Like I am a Joby. I do like follow their accomplishments, and everything that they do, and I noticed that Jujeon did have a lot of moments to shine on his own or with other members, and he was very, very pleasant to watch, in the sense that he has like a great character and also his personality, and I think that this year is probably more about associations and teamwork and actually like celebrating something very important. So probably this has to do with the comeback, with actually them feeling very happy, fulfilling something very important with this new comeback. And it's great to actually see the teamwork as something that comes in the first card for Jujeon. I definitely believe that he's a team guy. That I think that definitely he could do a lot of things on his own, but he definitely thinks about the team. He thinks about the group. He thinks about the others. He thinks in different ways how to, get the others to do some activities with him, if he's with I don't know, some members that are a bit more reserved or are a bit more shy. He's like, no, come on, let's go, let's do this. He's very like he's a good team member. He's a good companion, as well. I think that he is a very simple guy, in the sense that what makes him happy is to see the others happy. And definitely for him and the group, there's going to be like a lot of success, like, and possibilities to celebrate this success together. Probably it's not going to be like so far away. Probably the next 3 months or so, they're going to be enjoying this sense of accomplishment, and also to be able to celebrate together. There's something about togetherness that for Jujeon is very important. It's very important to maintain the group together. He is someone that will adapt, and will do anything to somehow, be this sort of glue that keeps all the members together. This is why when it comes to his persona or his personality, he tends to, be a bit more adaptable to whoever he's with, and I think that there's something very interesting here, because I sense that also this year is going to be a year for a lot of like inner soul searching kind of like circumstances for Jujeon. Probably he you know probably there's a lot of more things that he wants to like that he wants to somehow understand. I think that um I think he's very interested in the soul, and I don't know why this is coming here in the reading, but definitely he's having like a sort of like spiritual awakening, like he's like understanding a lot about about himself, um also becoming a bit more faithful, a bit more spiritual. There's something that there's a lot of things about life that he doesn't understand himself that much, and this year is going to be a year for a lot of tests in a sense of him actually doing some inner work, like actually going inwards and be like, oh, like oh, this is who I am really inside. This is, I have a different sides to myself. And I think that this is also very important because, like I mentioned at the beginning, he seems to be always like being surrounded by people, and he worries so much for others. So I think that it does make sense here, the high priestess that is like knocking on his unconsciousness, and it's like come on, like like focus on you as well, like what do you want to do with yourself, like what um like there's an inner knowledge. He does know something about himself that he is very afraid. He has a potential that he hasn't unleashed yet, and he's a bit like, I definitely think that probably in the past, and also this year is going to be a year where he's going to have multiple options for him coming career wise, and he's going to be a bit resistant to this, a bit like, should I say yes to this? Or I don't know why. It seems like individual opportunities come to him, definitely, and he really enjoys to do artistic and individual activities, or just to to participate on very various projects. He's very open to that, but somehow it does create a sort of conflict with probably the group's agenda, or when these offers come, he seems to be very tied up when it comes to activities. So probably he's like, okay, I would like to say yes to many projects. I think that this would be really good for me. I really, this is the project of my dream, but somehow it is the wrong timing, somehow it does create conflict, because somehow he feels a bit tied to a very chaotic schedule. I think that, and also this inner conflict of like, I don't want to say no, because I really want to do this. So probably, taking activities or projects because he feels so lucky and fortunate to have them, but also be a bit like, too busy with probably the voice activity. So somehow I don't think that Jujeon is tired physically, but I think that probably in 2023 is going to be a year where he's going to feel a bit like exhausted and a bit stressed mentally. Because somehow it seems like, everyone wants something out of him, and he feels so grateful to be able to participate, that he's like, that okay, this is my moment, I cannot turn this down, this is the moment. But definitely he should like really reflect on himself, like, he has the Two of Pentacles in the middle. So I think that for a while, and I'm not saying this because I know that this is not only Jujeon, because a lot of members do this as well, but probably for Jujeon, since I'm reading for him, it's going to be a year for doing a lot of like, trying to find a balance between, his responsibilities, between what he wants to do and what he is expected to do, what people expect of him and what he wants to do from the bottom of his heart. There could be like an inner conflict inside of him between like, oh, I wanted to do this project but I couldn't because I'm busy, or because I already said yes to this other thing. So I feel a bit stuck, a bit blocked. And he also has to, because I feel like also Jujun is someone that probably he does everything he can to help others. Somehow I feel like he even does the impossible to help others. But somehow, it feels like he does have some kind of guilty conscience or some remorse about this. Like, oh, like I don't feel like free enough. And I think that it has to do with activities. I did notice that, for example, 2022 was a very like busy year for the boys. The Magne was on hiatus, but all of them kept working, working and working and working, and now, they are having a comeback very soon. So probably, probably Jujon um, um, also needs, like a timeout, like somehow he needs a break. Um, I don't think it's hiatus because this is not a hiatus card, but definitely I think that he should be like a bit more reflective and selective about, like not getting into so much activities, like just, you know, um, just focus on one thing at a time, and don't like, and I think that this is not just for the group, but probably in other areas of his life. It seems like he's a very generous guy. He wants to be there for everyone, and the cards here are like, hey, you are forgetting about you. You are forgetting about you. You're forgetting about your own mental health. You're forgetting about your own fears, your own, you do struggle as well. So, this is something that definitely Jujun is going to have to, um, to incorporate somehow to make a sort of awareness in this. Um, and also he got the card of storytelling. So I think that definitely Jujon has the gift of, of actually putting into words things and actually being very good at storytelling, and somehow like I think that he should like focus a bit more on working more often as an MC, or just with words in general. Probably this is something that he feels very passionate about, probably MCing. But there's a part of him that is like, oh, I don't feel confident enough, in the sense that probably he feels like, I don't know, the way he delivers words or the way he expresses himself, that he wants to sound smarter. Somehow he doesn't like the way he processes his own thoughts. He like it seems like for him it seems like he's lacking in that sense. But I think that here the card of storytelling is somehow also giving him a guidance about what is healthy and healing for him, the opportunity to put it into words. And I think that we all as fans also should pay attention to what Jujon's story is. What is he telling us when he is speaking? Because actually, I do sense that this is a very deep guy. He has a lot of deepness. It's just that the way he had been living his life, his career, the position that he's in, the role that he plays, somehow doesn't allow him to go that deep into himself. But he's actually a very profound guy. He's very caring, he's very empathic, he's very like worried for others. That sometimes he even like he's too generous. I feel like sometimes he does sacrifice a lot of things for others, and in this sense I think that he should like also connect a bit more with his individuality, and also with what's going on with this need to somehow save people or rescue people. Why does he have this need to do this? And here with the storytelling, I think that it would be a very creative way for him to start writing either a journal or to start writing his own songs or just to start, playing with words. I think that he also, if he has the opportunity to keep, like, I don't know, creating a script for his YouTube section, or for the BOYZ channel. He is very talented and he has like a lot of ideas, so he should sit down and write them down on paper, because he's a very creative guy. It's just that he's always busy, he's always like moving, and he's always dependent on others, that sometimes he forgets about himself. And he is a moon in Leo. So definitely, life is slowly like pushing him to the center a bit more, like not just being a visual, now, not just being a center, be also a center in your life. Be the center of your life. Allow yourself to be a bit more selfish about the desires of your heart. What do you want to accomplish for yourself? So, yes, guys, this is all I have for him. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.